Hey, welcome back to another episode of I've Never Liked You with Matteo Lane and Nick Smith. And today, for 15 minutes, we discuss Selling Sunset. Okay, Nick, Selling Sunset. Now, this is something near and dear to our heart. First of all, I would like to say these are like a typical outfit at like a 9 a.m. brunch on a Tuesday that they would wear.
Fully. We are going to a broker's open right now to meet very important clients that we have not slept with to show them very expensive homes and do our job. This is absolutely what we would wear.
I feel like you're Christine if everything went really wrong.
Christine or Emma.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Emma tries so hard.
Emma, we'll go through the cast. I'm like Davina right now.
Season 2 Davina, where she starts to be like, I need to start dressing a little bit more like the other girls, but
or
it just looks a little club and uncomfortable.
Am I season 1 Davina in her new German show? Where the picture of Davina in this German show, because Davina is a favorite of ours.
We didn't even know she spoke German.
Well, I didn't even know that she spoke. For those who are not watching us on YouTube right now, you're missing out on these amazing outfits that Nick bought. So, Nick, let's just go over Selling Sunset, because I just want to say I didn't want to watch the show, and I kept getting phone calls from Nick. I get about 6 phone calls from Nick a day. And he was like, you wouldn't believe that this woman's name isn't Amanda. It's Amanza. And I was like, I guess I should watch this show.
Well, you watched the first couple seasons and then you stopped. But I'm a diehard fan and committed, and I decided to watch all of them. And
well, let's talk about this season.
This is the season that just came out, and I think about May is the first real season without Christine. So everyone was nervous. And they did a really big cast shakeup because they didn't have Christine. They got rid of that Mexican soap opera girl.
Oh, I forgot about her.
Davina was demoted, even though I don't think they actually told her.
Davina was demoted to a house plant. I mean, at one point, she was literally like with the CB2, like she
just
was this.
peering out of the corner. Every shot just had her like appearing out of the corner, and like they'd let her have like one word, like, and who said what?
Not even that much. She'd be like, and then they would quickly like cut. You could tell where they cut her.
They said, sweetie, you never sold that $90 million house. You're not getting 90 seconds.
But can I say that they've made a mistake by not making Davina the focal point of the show? Because one, she's really what she did in the first season is nothing close or nothing but almost genius. I mean, she really said the most horrific things you could say to someone on the worst time at the worst day. And I just think that she's great TV. I always like great TV.
Same.
So let's start.
I always root for a villain. So they decided to bring in new villains. And
Maleficent, Cruella de Vil.
Right. Disney villains, to be specific. The one is Brie, and she is one of Nick Cannon's baby mamas.
Yes.
And
who day one was starting to fight people in the office.
Literally, she came in day one ready to fight. She was like, I don't know any of these girls, and I don't want to know any of these girls. Oh, we work together? I don't give a shit.
My favorite is that she's famously dating Nick Cannon.
No, they're not dating.
She said they're in an open relationship. She had a whole episode about how she's in an open relationship with him, and that doesn't define the rules.
But if you asked him, would he say the same thing?
I don't think at this point he could spell mom backwards, so I'm not even sure.
I don't even think he knows the name of the kid that she.
If he doesn't know the mother's name, he certainly doesn't know the child's name. But whatever. So she was literally, because her and Chelsea hate each other. That was the story that they concocted with each other.
But in Brie's defense, from day one, they had a broker's open where they all showed up in the most inappropriate outfits you can imagine. And Chelsea, to a broker's open, brought these two girls from Brie's model past. They were models at a cage fight holding up numbers.
That's modeling.
That's modeling.
But they're gigging.
But clearly, Brie didn't like them. They didn't like her. And Brie's like, you did that on purpose. And Chelsea's like, I don't even have time to do my makeup, let alone come up with something like that.
Meanwhile, she was fully in 3 hours
literally,
of makeup.
Half an episode later, she was like, of course I knew that they were friends. I talked to her beforehand.
I saw that she followed her on Instagram. By the way, I think that Chelsea's my favorite because I want to get to Mary. Mary, as you said to me.
Look, the thing about Mary, in her defense, they set her up for failure. Some people are born leaders. Mary was born a potato. She should not be in charge. No. She does not want to be manager. She cannot be manager. No. And yet the brothers have decided to make her manager and keep pushing the storyline. Enough.
Yeah.
She doesn't want to be manager. She's not good at it. The girls are literally fighting in front of her, and you look over, and she's just like a sack of potatoes. Like,
well, she doesn't. First of all, that's why I like Chelsea, because she was like, can I have a talk with you, Mary? She's like, sure, yeah. This is Mary's response to everything. Yeah, hi, sure.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah. By the way, Mary, every house that Mary walks into, she's never seen a house or a view before. Oh my God. Oh my God. It's gorgeous. Hello. You sell like $8 million houses every Tuesday. So
allegedly.
She goes, so I just want to talk to you at the showing the other day when Chrishell was fighting.
Again,
when you saw her fight, you should have intervened. And Mary's like, well, I just don't want to get involved. She's like, that is your job. And she's
literally.
Right. And then when they're at the dinner, she's like,
well, not even that. Literally, that you're at a broker's open and Chrishell in front of everyone goes, you're a bitch. And Mary has her thumb up her ass like, oh, I wonder what's going on out there. I don't know, Mary. How about you go check? How about you work for your paycheck?
But also Jason's like, yeah, I'm dating a 25-year-old. I'm going to go away for 3 months.
For 3 months. Get my kicks. You're in charge, Mary. I feel confident.
By the way, Mary
your
blames
skills.
everybody else. First of all, the house that he poured all of his money into, she made her French pastry husband in charge of it, right? And
Nothing
he, by the way,
was more infuriating.
he's never looked better. I think he looks absolutely.
Jason literally goes, no project has ever been more important to me than this. I have poured so much time, effort, and money into this. And Mary's reiterating, she's like, it is so important that we sell this quickly. We get the renovation done quickly. We sell it quickly, and we get the top possible price. And they, knowing that information, said, you know what we should do to get all of those things accomplished? Let's put my unqualified, no-skilled pastry making husband as the project
I've never
manager.
seen him make a pastry.
I've never seen him do anything.
I don't know that he could construct a gingerbread house. Now, I don't think he's stupid. I just don't think that he's a construction.
Why would you make him project manager of something he's never done before?
Because Mary is a people pleaser, and Mary doesn't know how to say no to people and doesn't know how to confront people. So she wants to please everybody. So she wants her boyfriend to feel like he's involved. So she convinces Jason that he should be involved. She says that she's going to do it. Then every other girl is fighting. Like, literally a war is happening at the Oppenheimer, or whatever the hell you say the name of the
how it is, though, with women from that generation in the early 1900s. I mean,
Nick, you are such a piece of shit. You are such an asshole.
They have to look out for their husbands' needs.
You're such a piece of shit.
Now we got to talk about Nicole and the whole drug
I
thing.
disagree. I think Mary, I just don't like her attitude.
6 minutes.
Oh, fuck. Okay.
Or Nicole. So Nicole came in virtually to take Christine's place because no one wanted to be the villain like Christine, and Nicole sort of took it and ran.
Nicole has literally no ground to stand on. I like Chrishell, although we got to get to her in G. But Chrishell was right in every single argument that they had. Chrishell
100%.
was dead on, including the drug thing. That was hysterical.
The past few seasons, Chrishell's really been struggling because she was under the weight of Christine so much. She couldn't break through, and she couldn't move on, and Christine was eating her alive. So Chrishell just sort of faded in the background and was boring. And she really clocked in this season, partially because Christine wasn't there to sort of eat her up in front of the other girls. So Chrishell finally found her feet and was like, okay, I'm going to start going after these girls too, albeit the new girl, but she was going after her too. And you're right. She had a foot to stand on in every argument.
Yeah.
And really was the one right. Now, don't get me wrong. Still not the biggest fan of her.
I like Chrishell. I just think that Nicole just wants airtime. I mean, it's literally like Gia Gunn fighting with Pheromone, being like, your team says that you're not good. Like, you're the weakest link. Like, you're looking for your moment. You're looking for your time. But I will say I loved every minute of it. It's great TV. Everything they do is so inappropriate. Like, first of all, Heather, it's enough.
Did you know she was pregnant?
Not a clue. Couldn't tell, because she would literally walk in one day. She's like, my stomach is literally bigger. And then the next day she would see them. You guys, I'm bigger. We saw you 7 hours ago.
They were talking about an event, and she goes, well, what's the theme? Because now that I'm pregnant, I need to pre-plan my outfits. First of all, when you weren't pregnant, you pre-planned your outfits, because then you said, well, I'm just going to wear maternity jeans anyways. So that's not pre-planning.
Right.
So what were you even saying? You know, she got pregnant. She went to the producers and she said, I'm pregnant. And they said, okay, well, what's your storyline this season? She goes, I'm pregnant. And they said, okay, but
she didn't have any other storylines.
She goes, I'm pregnant?
She just showed up
That's
at brunch,
it.
showed up at lunch, and all she does is like, oh my gosh, yes, hi. I never saw her sell a house. I never saw her do anything. I never saw her husband. I just saw her walk in, say she's pregnant, and
really
leave.
started this series strong. I mean, we will never forget when
Can I
she's in a
reenact it?
professional meeting.
She's in a professional meeting. They're staging a house. The stager comes. They're going over the looks. Her phone rings. She goes, oh my God, I have to take this call. And
As if it's a very important work call.
right. And of course, the stager's like, well, by
Of
all
course.
means, go take a call. She turns around, gets on FaceTime. Hey, baby. I actually
will never forget it.
That's what they sold me in Selling Sunset was that. I was sold. Sold.
And as the seasons have gone on, she's just... What's your storyline, Heather?
I
What
don't
are we doing
know.
here? But apparently they didn't ask her back for next season.
Well, I don't think she wants to come back. I think she's...
Are you kidding? She loves to be on camera.
Do you think so?
Matteo.
Is Mary coming back?
Oh, Mary's never leaving. She's chained to her desk. They can't get rid of Mary.
Okay, who else is on the cast?
There's something about Mary, all right.
Amanda, who, by the way, outside of some of her outfits, which were just like from The Fifth Element,
I'm convinced Amanda
I think she looks-
and Mary got in a fight with their stylists, and their stylists are now just
Punishing
trying
them?
to embarrass them.
no, there was some cute outfits,
Stop it.
but I think Amanda looks great. Her skin looks great, hair looks great.
She's never looked better.
She's literally never looked better.
aging in reverse.
Literally, her
She
everything
didn't have
about
much
her
of a
looks good.
storyline either, and I think she realized that in the last episode when she was like, I don't have a story. I didn't have a storyline this season. Had no involved in it. She was barely in any of the group scenes. She showed
Well,
up
she
late
showed
to
up
everything.
late to everything.
Until the last episode, she was like, remember when I was supposed to go to the doctor months ago? I didn't. That was the scene.
Oh shit. Okay. So where do you think Selling Sunset's going for next season?
Well, that's the thing that kills me is the start of every season, they act like it's the start of a new school year. You know, in school, when you come back from summer, you're like, oh my God, I haven't seen you all summer. It's so nice to see
Yeah.
you. They act like that. Episode 1 of every new season, I'm like, can
Well,
you all pretend?
They act like that.
you work together.
Nick, they act like that every day. When they were on the retreat, when they woke up the next morning, it was saying, hi! Oh
Like-
my God, hi!
No one believes you guys are real estate agents to begin with, but at
No.
least pretend
But this is
like
also...
you actually work together.
They have conversations that are not real conversations. Like Chriselle will sit down. She's at lunch, I think, with Emma, and she was like, Emma, that was her name, right?
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my God, a brekkie. Does that mean breakfast? That does mean breakfast. Breakfast. Eggs in the morning? That's breakfast.
And Chriselle, our
You're
new
so
queer
funny.
icon.
Yes.
Sorry, I'm not allowed to say that because she doesn't like labels.
She said that? She didn't like labels?
She said, I don't like to label myself. That alone tells me all I need to know about you.
Well, she's allowed to identify however she wants to, Nick. She doesn't have to have a label. She can just identify as like Chriselle, like Cher does Cher.
Sure.
I have my own perfume, and it's called Uninhibited. Who would be a good add to the show? If you could add anyone to this show, anyone, who would you add to the show?
I need someone to really shake them up. So maybe Tyra Banks.
That would be amazing.
I mean, could you imagine Tyra Banks
I
selling
can.
a home?
I actually can. I would
She'd
add...
pretend she had rabies.
and Mary would still do nothing. I would add Liza Minnelli. In Malibu.
None of them even know who she is, by the way.
I bet you...
Well, Mary and her are peers, but no one else knows who she is.
Stop making jokes about Mary's age. She looks good. She does.
What time are we at?
Oh, that's it. Oh,
Thank you for listening and watching another episode of I've Never Liked You with Nick Smith and Matteo Lane. You can listen to the podcast anywhere you get podcasts, and you can watch on YouTube and see more of our outfits like this. Until next time.